Now we will start from importance of oceans. Okay, the oceans of the earth serve many functions, especially affecting the weather and temperature. So ocean is very important for us, and basically they affecting the weather phenomena or temperature phenomena. They moderate the earth's temperature by absorbing the incoming solar radiation. So when they absorb the incoming solar radiation, that means the solar energy, then they can control this temperature. And the ever moving ocean current distribute this heat energy around the globe, and this heat the land and air during winter and cools it during summer. Oceans are of immense use of man, and they are useful in many ways. That man use the ocean water in various way, directly or indirectly. It may be directly or indirectly. They not only play a significant role in the climatic condition or climate of adjoining countries, but serve mankind in many ways. So they control the climatic condition of the surrounding countries, and also they have also various activities, and they are storehouse of several resources, and oceans are storehouse of several resources. They serve as important waterways. Man has been exploiting ocean resources for centuries, and oceans are important to man in many aspects. Source of water. So ocean is why important? So these are the causes. That first one is source of water. An ocean is a major source of water to mankind through the water cycle. An ocean contribute water vapor to the atmosphere, and we get the same in the form of precipitation. So this is the source of water, because water is evaporated from the ocean and they create the precipitation. Next is climate. That oceans have direct control over climate, and nearness to oceans is an important factor of climate, and various elements of climate like temperature, rain, humidity, etc. are affected by nearness of oceans. And oceans act as a thermo-accumulator or bank of heat, and that is they store heat and release when neighboring land gets cold. So one kind of wind is also blown from the oceans when land placed as a cold. So these are called as sea wind. Okay, they modify the climate of coastal areas through ocean currents, and they can modify the climatic condition of the places, those places where the ocean is situated. Food resources. Next is the oceans are the biggest storehouse of edible. The oceans are the biggest storehouse of edible forms of marine food, fish being most important, and millions of people in the world take fish as their food. So millions of people they eat the food, eat the fish as a food, and the oceans are the main source of the fishes. In addition to food, sea animals provides other products, and from the sea animals we can get oil, glue, cattle feed, etc. And seaweed is used to prepare food, and seaweed also used for the preparation of food, and seaweed is an important part of the diet of Japanese. Next is minerals and chemical resources. Oceans have enormous mineral and chemical health. A variety of dissolved salt like sodium chloride, magnesium chloride, potassium chloride, etc. are found in plenty. Next is ocean oil, and oil and gas are important fuels obtained from oceans. More than 100 countries at present are extracting oil and gas from continental shelves of oceans. Main source of oil is from the oceans. Okay, a large part of world's oil production comes from offshore field, and Bombay High is an important offshore oil producing area of India. So from the Bombay High we collect lots of oil or huge amount of oil from the sea bottom. Oceans and energy. Oceans are becoming a source of energy also. Some developed countries like France, UK, USA, etc. are generating energy from tides. So ocean and energy. Next is trade and transport. Oceans provide the cheapest mode of transportation for international trade, and ocean routes are very useful for trade and transportation of bulky production like coal, iron, machinery, transport and equipment. So the water transport is very cheapest, one of the cheapest transport mode, and ocean routes are very useful for trade and transportation of bulky production like coal. We can transport various kind of bulky products like coal, machinery, transport equipment with the help of ocean. And ocean routes act as a highway for trade and through, though there are some obstacles like fog, icebergs, coral reefs, storms, etc., yet oceans remains a highway of trade and travel. So with the help of ocean we can move the goods from one country to another country or from one continent to another country, but there have some or little bit obstacles that for the fog, iceberg, coral reef, this transport system will be problematic. And however, the increasing significance of ocean resources has created political problems. There are disputes amongst nations over the use of oceans. So the increasing significance of ocean routes has created political problems. So sometimes political problems have arise, and man until now has been able to exploit only a fraction of what oceans offer him, and but the coming years may witness some wonderful discoveries, and ceaseless efforts of marine biologists aquanaut may make possible desalination, deep sea oil exploration and production, and deep sea mining of important minerals. Okay, so next is sea. A sea is a large body of salt water that is surrounded in whole or part by land. Okay, they are called as sea. Those are situated beside the lands. Often boundaries of a particular sea are defined by peninsular or island chains. Seas, through though vast, are smaller and shallower than the ocean. So they are smaller and shallow in nature, and their waves are smaller and no big current flow through them. So oceans, they have the ocean currents in bigger size, but in sea there have not these kinds of currents. And the sea contains a great variety of salts and minerals in solution, and it also contains magnesium chloride, magnesium sulfate, potassium sulfate and calcium carbonate. So seas, they carry magnesium chloride, magnesium sulfate, potassium sulfate and calcium carbonate. Next is distribution of sea. Sea may be of two types, that marginal sea and another is inland sea. What is marginal sea? The marginal sea is a division of an ocean partially enclosed by islands, archipelagos or peninsulas adjacent to or widely open to the open ocean at the surface, and or bounded by submarine ridges of the sea floor. So marginal sea means those are partially enclosed by islands. Okay. Next is inland sea, that large lakes in continental areas are often termed as inland sea. So the names, that marginal seas, Bering Sea, Caribbean Sea, North Sea and Arabian Sea, these are under marginal sea. And inland sea, that Black Sea, Caspian Sea, Aral Sea, Red Sea, Dead Sea, these all are under inland sea. Next is lakes. A lake is a large body of water on land. It is bigger and deeper than a pond. Lake occupy hollows of the land surface in which water accumulates. So lakes are actually a large body of water on land. So in the land, if there have a water body in a certain position, certain place, it will be called as lake. So they vary tremendously in size, shape, depth and mode of formation. So their size are varied, shapes are varied, depths are also varied. Lake may exist temporarily, filling up to small depression of undulating ground after heavy rains, and but those which are deep and carry more water than that evaporated remain permanent. Lake Geneva is one example. So the lakes, it may two types. One is that they permanently carried the water, and some are actually dry in the summer season. Most of the lakes in the world are freshwater lakes fed by rivers and without flowing streams. Example, Lake Huang and the Great Lakes of North America,